This is Nia Perry, founder and CEO of Gradient Global Collective, and you're listening to the Gradient Global Collective podcast. Well, shout out to all the ladies figuring out this entrepreneurial pathway to success. I appreciate you for listening. And though the road may sometimes be tough, I understand, but don't stop moving. So on today's episode, you are in for another treat. Francisca Mwende Nyamu is founder of the Kenyan fashion and entertainment brand Plus Fabulosity. Launched in 2013, Plus Fabulosity is the first exclusive plus-size centered agency geared toward the celebration of the plus-size community in Kenya. You go, girl. Brands under the Plus Fabulosity House of Style brands include Plus Fab Magazine, the Plus Fab Modeling Agency, and the Plus Fab Event division, which includes Kenya Plus Size Fashion Weekend and Miss Plus Size Kenya. Be it provision of plus size models through their modeling agency, coverage of plus size lifestyle through their magazine, or planning of niche events, Plus Fabulosity has proven to be the leading East African agent in plus size fashion, and we are super excited to have her. So, welcome to the Gradient Global Collective podcast, Francisca.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to have you. So, you are a true pioneer in the plus size market in Kenya. What was your vision for the Plus Fabulosity brand when you launched your business in 2013?
Well, I envisioned a community that was empowered, plus size women and men, feeling comfortable in their skin. They are informed in places of shopping. They know how to take care of themselves, their lifestyle. So basically, I wanted to form a community of people who love themselves, who embrace themselves, and they're confident in their lives. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. A community that love themselves. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You can't go wrong with a community that loves themselves. I mean, it's kind of like what we were doing with this platform as well. Like we just need that voice and just seats at the table. So I commend the work that you're doing for sure. So tell me, what
Thank
has
you so
been
much.
I'm sorry?
No, I just said thank you.
Oh, okay, you're welcome. What has been the response been to your brands in Kenya with the women and really people, because you mentioned men as well, that you serve via the magazine, the agency, or maybe some of the events? How have people responded to it?
Well, the feedback is positive. We've seen girls loving themselves more. When you walk around town, you'll see ladies dressed fashionably. They're more confident nowadays. And then we've also gotten reviews from men who appreciate what we do for their ladies who are plus size.
Okay.
So I think we're doing the right thing here in Kenya. We also have, other people in other countries who say, thank you so much. Your work has blessed us. Your work has made us feel beautiful. And we now love ourselves because of you.
Oh,
So I
wow.
think we're doing a good job. Yeah.
Oh, man. So how does that feel for you personally, though, when you meet people that says that you help them and improve their life and how they see themselves?
It makes me happy. I go to
Yeah.
bed happy.
Yeah.
When I read the reviews, I'm humbled. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand that work altogether. That's awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
So you speak a lot about confidence, and I know you have a series on YouTube, and also you equate being plus size with boldness. Did you always
Yeah.
have confidence in who you were, and what advice would you give to a woman that may struggle with self-confidence?
Well, I was never confident
Okay.
all my life. I
Okay.
think as a woman, you struggle with that every
Right.
day.
Of
But
course.
you have to affirm yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you have to say, some quotes that make you feel wonderful about yourself. For instance, you have to remind yourself that you're beautiful. You
Mm-hmm.
have to remind yourself that you're worthy of love and that you're
Mm.
capable. You are enough, just the way you are. So if you do that every day, day by day, your confidence levels go up. But it's a learning curve. Every day you're hit with different challenges. Today you may not like for instance, your stomach. Tomorrow you may not like your bath. Tomorrow, the other
Mm-hmm.
day, you may not like your hair.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you love yourself and you work on it every single day, then you will appreciate that, day by
Wow.
day you become confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet you're growing this brand and doing more and more with this particular brand has even increased your confidence even more. Would you say that?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Previously, I used to be such an introvert, but
Okay.
now I've learned how to interact with different people, being open-minded,
Mm-hmm.
and it's grown my confidence in another sphere. That's what I'd say.
Wow.
Not necessarily body confidence, but in public speaking
Mm-hmm.
and growing friends generally.
Yes, I saw you were on was it Great Day Kenya recently?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's exciting. Very
Yes.
good. So, Francisca,
Thank you so much.
you've really carved out an important niche for yourself in business, right? You sort of made your own way. Did you have
Yeah.
exposure to entrepreneurship as a child? And who would you say, if you had any, were your early entrepreneurial role models? Like, who did you look to and say,
Well,
I want to be like them, or they've given me the tools that I need?
I didn't have to go so far.
Okay.
I look up to my mom.
Okay.
They are very working, very, very hardworking. And I think we all emulate their work ethic. My siblings, they're also hardworking. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I learned a great deal from them. Waking up early, being attending meetings in time, the basic etiquette in business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and always delivering that which you promise. I
Mm.
think those are the basic things I've learned from them, and it's helped me become the person that I am today. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say your mother or your parents? Who were you referring to?
Yeah, my parents, my
Your
mom and
parents,
dad.
your mom and dad. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm sure they're very proud of you, the work that you're doing.
Yes, they are. They love that. I think it's nothing to be ashamed of, It's
Mm-hmm.
also, it helps them to also reflect on their own lives.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've also gotten some boost of confidence from what I do. So
Nice.
yeah,
Wow.
they're proud of them.
Wow, as they should be. That's awesome. So we
Yeah,
mentioned you launched in 2013, and starting a new business of any type can be challenging, right? Um, especially when you've carved out your own niche as you have. So, what
yeah.
challenges did you face as a new entrepreneur? And, do you have any words of advice that you could share with someone who may be just starting out in business?
I think the first thing that I had a problem with was
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't have anyone to look up to because this is Plus's fashion. It was a new thing in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I dwelled too much on that which I didn't have that I
Okay.
overlooked that which I had.
Oof.
I could have
You said so much
consulted
just
with people.
there, right there, Francisca. That in itself is so, like, that is so good. Say that one more time.
Yeah. I dwelled so much on that which I didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
and I should have dwelt on that which I had.
Nice.
I should have consulted with people who had experience in fashion, even if they were not experienced in plus size fashion. It's the same thing, just a different, what should I call it? A different niche.
Mm-hmm.
They do advocacy in fashion, they planned events. Event planning isn't new, but
Mm-hmm.
plus size events is new.
Mm-hmm.
So had I consulted with people who'd done these things before, I
Mm-hmm.
think I'd have reached my goal faster
Okay.
and in a more efficient way. So my advice for people who are starting out is don't dwell on that which you don't have. Reach out for help, reach out for counsel, and make friends in the industry. Yeah,
Wow. That's good.
yeah.
That's good. So did you like gain more almost mentors along the way as you've been growing your brand?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have. And I'm glad that the Fav come. Everyone is my teacher. I look at them as they're experienced in different fields, and I
Mm-hmm.
learn from them every day. So
Right.
if one can learn to be humble and always pick something new from someone else, I think there's nothing that can stop you. Yeah,
Wow, that's good.
and that's where I'm headed.
Awesome. Anything else?
Yeah.
Or were there any like maybe things as far as maybe technology with your website? Where did you have challenges? Anything in like the actual startup of the business itself, other than just like
Yes,
the
I did.
event side? Okay, like what? What other things do you think you've learned from?
Well, I talked about experience. I
Mhm.
lacked in that.
Mhm.
The second thing that was missing was financial support and stability.
Okay.
When you're starting out, you just have to do everything by yourself.
Mhm.
You're the web designer, the
Mhm.
marketer, you're the
Mhm.
accountant,
Mhm.
you're the PR,
Mhm.
you're the
Mhm.
event planner, you're in the backstage,
Mhm.
you're doing basically everything. And, that comes from the basic logic that you can't delegate that which you yourself you don't know how to do. You
Mm.
can't expect someone else to do something for you and you don't know to what standards you want it to be done.
Mhm.
So I tell people who are starting now that appreciate the hurdles on your way because they make you learn. When you hire the, say, web designer or you hire a PR or marketing consultant,
Mhm.
what expectations do you have for them?
Mhm.
You can't have expectations if you don't have a benchmark. And for you to have the perfect benchmark, you should have worked in that field yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff there, Francisca. You dropped some knowledge. That's awesome. So, tell me about your experience in Nairobi there. How are women in business perceived in Nairobi? And did you have maybe resource support as far as maybe, funding, or are there small business support organizations like there may be here in the US?
hmm Well, they are there, they are, but
Hmm.
well, the same goes for every business. I think you have to articulate what your business is about, what's the profit loss analysis, cost benefit analysis for your business. Is it a worth investment? You don't just, you have to pitch a good idea for investment.
Hmm.
In regards to women in business, I
Hmm.
think it's a field that's growing. We're seeing more and more women bosses, and it's quite inspiring. Long gone are the days when women would just take the back seat. And yeah, I mean, the current CS for foreign affairs is a lady, and for me, she's just the ultimate inspiration. I look up to her. She's broken so many boundaries and so many stereotypes that had been set before for women. I
Mm.
think, yeah, we're going a good.
What's her name?
Yes, Ambassador Amina Mohammed.
Ambassador Amina Mohammed. So what type of things have she like what why did she inspire you so much? What type of programs or things that has she implemented?
Well, first, she has been able to handle the PR for the country. She
Okay.
has been able to the ICC cases that we had with our president and our DP. She also vied for the chairman of the AU,
Mm.
the chairperson, sorry, of the AU. And I think, just putting yourself out there as a woman for
Mm-hmm.
a position that was previously for the men,
Mm.
um, it's all about going places for women.
Awesome. That's great. So you wear many hats, Francisca, and so you mentioned all of the things that you have to do, right? Especially before hiring someone, you have to still have a hand in some of it. So you wear many hats. And you have
Yeah.
several brands under sort of your parent company, Plus Fabulosity. What advice do you have for someone that manages many projects, that has a lot of ideas that they want to implement and roll out? And how do you get it all done?
Well, for starters, I'd say that it's not easy.
Yeah.
If it were easy, everybody would do it.
Hello.
You have to give the time and energy that each brand deserves.
Mm.
You know, if you give 30% to one, then you'll get 30% outcome. If you give 100%, you'll get 100%. If you give 120, you'll get 120. So for those who have many things that are going around in their lives, uh, give give the time and effort that's needed for each project. Otherwise, you just spread yourself thin and you'll get exhausted, and
Mm-hmm.
then you won't be able to accomplish much. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's good.
yeah.
Okay, great. So you've done really well on social media and on Instagram, and particularly the brands plus that Fabulosity, not to mention all of the other like the Fashion Weekend brand, and all the other ancillary brands that you have. But your primary brand, Plus Fabulosity, has over 24,000 followers on Instagram. So how important is it for you to engage with your social media following? And do you have support with this task?
I do. I
Okay.
do. I have staff that run the social media accounts.
Okay.
They are dedicated in, getting the content that's required, and posting it regularly.
Mm-hmm.
We also like to, social media is our way to get to the audience.
Yeah.
It's the only way we get to speak to them. Every 3 hours you'll find that someone is on the phone, looking for a quote, looking for something to boost their morale.
Mm-hmm.
And Plus Fabulosity is the place for plus-size women. They look
Mm-hmm.
at what's trending. If you feel down, maybe there was a quote for me this morning,
Mm-hmm.
or there was a quote on, relationships or work or fashion. And I think day by day we've, carved that niche for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place to go for classes, women. It's like a devotion of some sort.
That's pretty good. That's good. I like that perspective on it for sure. How large is your staff in general?
Sorry?
How large is your staff?
We currently are three,
Okay.
only three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we do myself, then there's a person who runs social media,
Okay.
and then we have events marketing department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Are they full time, or do they just support you part time?
They are full time. They are
Okay.
full time. It's
Nice.
not easy for, I'm currently working, so you need someone who's there every day to
Okay.
help you run the business.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I'd also like to advise those who are starting out to start small,
Yeah.
until you're able to scale up.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I've from my experience. You start big, then along the way you're unable to foot the bill. But if you start small, then you'll be able to scale up as the time goes.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say that you were working full time? Do you have a full time position?
Yes, I work in a law firm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. So you really have a full plate. You're very busy.
I work in a law firm, but
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at practicing entertainment law. It's still new here in Kenya,
Yes.
but I think it's a place to go. It's a niche that hasn't been tapped before.
Okay.
Yeah, and the entertainment industry in Kenya is also growing,
Okay.
and it needs the full protection of the law. Yeah.
Yeah, you go, girl. Yes, Francisca. That's awesome. You should totally do that. We support you, of course.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
so much,
wonderful. I
babe.
was speaking on a recent interview, another interview that I was doing with a lady from Haiti who
Yeah.
went back to law school in her 50s. And she did
Wow.
that to better understand her business and to know, so that no one could tell you, similar to what we just talked about, right? That nobody can tell you better than you know yourself. And so even if you do
Yeah.
retain somebody, at least you know what the expectation is. So I commend it. I think you're a young woman. You should totally go back to school and practice law, especially if you see an opportunity in that entertainment law space there. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So keep us posted. I want to know all about it.
I will definitely.
Awesome. Okay, Francisca. So now it's time for our rapid fire round of questioning. We want to get
Ah,
beyond the business of it all and get to know a few
mhm.
random fun facts about you. Are you game?
I think I am.
I
Yeah.
think you are
Shoot.
too. Okay, awesome. So give me the first things that come to your mind, and the pressure is on because you have 30 seconds on my imaginary clock, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay, number one. On any given day, would you rather wear heels, sneakers, or flip-flops?
Sneakers.
Okay.
Sneakers. I can,
Okay. All right.
I can run. I can jog. I can do
Right.
anything in them. Yeah.
Of course, I agree. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. And they can be cute. You're a fashion girl. You can make
Yeah.
it look really good too.
Yeah.
So here's another one. If you were stranded on a desert island, what three items would you want to have with you?
Okay. Let me see. Water,
Okay, that's
lip
good.
balm. Ah, wait, we're in a desert. So
Hmm.
water, lip balm, and sunscreen. Yeah.
Water, lip balm, and sunscreen. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. At least you'll look
I
good when they
drink.
come to rescue you, right? You'll be hydrated and you'll
Yeah.
have a nice glow, and your lips will be nice and moisturized.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, here's another. If you were an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in and why?
Steeplechase, I guess. Yeah.
Which one?
Because, sorry?
Which sport?
Oh, wait, just ask the question again.
Of
Sorry.
course. Okay, so if you were an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in?
Oh, sorry. I think I'd do tennis.
Okay. Okay. Are you
Yeah.
good at tennis?
Not really,
No, you would just
but
want
I
to
think that
play it?
yes, I'd like to see, some Serena
Oh, I
in
know it.
myself.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So here's another. Would you rather be would you rather be invisible or would you rather be able to read minds?
I think invisible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You can sneak up on people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So here's a silly one. All right. So I'll even let you write this down, but I'll say it very slowly. So I want you to say this 3 times fast. Okay.
Oh my God,
Uh
uh-huh.
huh. Okay. All right. I
Mm-hmm.
wish to wash
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. 3 times fast. Go.
Okay. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. How did I do?
You did very good. It was slower than I would have liked, but you did good. You did much better than
I
I
have
did when I was
to.
practicing that, let me tell you. Nice.
I tried it.
Oh, you did awesome. That was really good. So tell me, like, how can people get a hold of your brand plus that Fabulosity? What are some fun things that you have coming up?
Well, they can reach us through our social media platforms.
Okay.
It's Plus Fabulosity on all of them, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They can also send us an email, info@plusfabulosity.com.
Mm-hmm.
Then, as for upcoming events, we're looking at hosting the Kenya Plaza's Fashion Weekend in July
Wow.
and a couple of online chats, live chats with different guests. Yeah. Just to keep the social media going and our live, our online audience
Sure.
engaged for the year. Yeah.
Awesome. So how is the planning going for the plus size weekend?
Not so bad. We are three-quarter way and we'll be ready to shoot in April or May. Yeah, getting ready for it in July.
Okay, nice. You say you're getting ready to shoot for it in April?
Yeah, like all preparations are done.
Mm-hmm.
The venue is booked. Um, so we'll do the model auditions in April and
Okay.
then start marketing in May.
Nice. That's awesome. So with those other brands, this is not something I addressed a little bit earlier, but these all the brands combined, did you just say, you knew in particular that those were the segments that you could really do well in? So you would have a print publication, you have the events, um, and then the modeling agency. Did you just see that there was a need in those 3 areas in particular?
Yes, yes, there was a need. There still is a need for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, we need to keep the community informed through the magazine.
Okay.
We need to use our own classes models that represent the community, and then we need to bring the community together through the event.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my logic when I started the three departments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Well, Francisca, this was wonderful, and I want to extend my deepest gratitude to you for spending just a bit of your valuable time with me and the Gradient Global Collective podcast listeners. You truly exemplify the innate brilliance and moxie of Black women entrepreneurs globally, and I am honored to have gotten to know you just a little bit. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nia, for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Gradient Global Collective podcast. Follow us and talk to us on Instagram at Gradient Global.